guys, back with another video, first video of the year and the decade. I thought to kick off the year, why not share my favorite films of the year. I've done top 10s before, but never for my favorite films of the year, so why not do that for the first time? Keep in mind, I haven't seen every film that came out in 2019. There's some I may not have seen. There's some that you wish were on here, or some that were on here that you didn't quite like. So if that's the case, feel free to leave your comments below on what you agree or disagree with. But till then, let's get to it. Like I said, these are only my personal favorites of 2019, so if you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. So kicking it off with number 10 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tarantino is one of my favorite filmmakers, and his passion really shines here. It's like one of his least Tarantino-y films because there's less violence in most of his movies, but it's also one of the most Tarantino-y films because nobody likes old cinema like him. The way he references cinema here, the way he depicts it and brings it to life with so much passion and dedication, it could only have been done by him. Leonardo DiCaprio is fantastic. Brad Pitt, I think, is going to win the Oscar because that performance was awesome. If you've seen the movie, you know how it ends. It's he pulls what I can call an Inglourious Bastards, where he changes up history for the sake of the audience's entertainment, and it works perfectly. So coming in at number 9 is a movie called Queen and Slim. Not a lot of people have seen this movie. Not a lot of people are talking about it. Honestly though, this movie is excellent. More people should see it. Daniel Kaluuya is the lead in this movie. He was also in Get Out, but I thought it was a lot better here, to be honest. And that's just praising his performance in this movie. The other lead, Jodie Turner-Smith, I believe her name is, their chemistry is excellent. The way this movie is shot and directed, there's honestly been nothing like it before. It's really amazing. There's got some social commentary there, but it's second to the amazing character development, and the emotion really hits you hard and leaves you thinking at the end. Like I said, it's really original, it's really daring, and very, very underrated. I think you should really check it out. At number 8, Avengers Endgame. This was definitely one of the best times I had at the movie theater, being there together with all the other Marvel fans to witness the epic conclusion that I've been waiting for many, many years now, since it was announced. I think it was announced like before Age of Ultron even came out. So you can only imagine how exciting that was for me. And not only that, but half the characters died at the end of Infinity War. And not only that, but they had time traveled to the past movies, which was epic. And then the whole battle sequence at the end, I guess I can talk spoilers because everyone's seen it, right? So it was like this extra epic and rewarding conclusion to the franchise that's gone on for years now that I've been following since the first Avengers movie. So it was just incredible for me to watch. I had this big smile on my face, especially during that battle at the end. It was incredible. Everyone deserves props, from the cast, who have been so great over the past couple films, and everyone behind Marvel Studios. I don't think any franchise will be able to top this. Even the MCU after this, now that the main story is concluded, I don't think it'll be as interesting. I'll watch Black Widow, I'll watch whatever else comes. It just won't be as exciting considering the whole Thanos thing that I was waiting to conclude for all these years is now over. And that's fine. Just means that we got the rewarding story that we needed. And number 7 is Ad Astra. I love space movies and I love Brad Pitt, so of course I'm going to watch a space movie starring Brad Pitt. And this movie did not disappoint. First of all, Brad Pitt is excellent. This and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood have really been his comeback year. This is a bit more of a dramatic performance than in Hollywood, and he nails it. The visuals in this movie are breathtaking, the cinematography as well. This movie was just constantly taking my breath away with how it delivers a compelling story through the cinematography and the editing rather than consistent dialogue. It's more of a drama disguised as an adventure. Number 6 is Joker. This movie, man. Okay, first of all, Joaquin Phoenix in this movie. I saw him in Her when I was like 12 years old, and I saw Gladiator when I was 13. And since then I've seen a bunch of his films, and he's just amazing. Here he really takes it up a notch. I'll just leave it at that. This doesn't even feel like a superhero or supervillain movie. It just feels like a movie. It's a really dark movie. There's minimal action, but there's enough violence to really stick with you and not hold back. Even the Dark Knight movies are PG-13. This movie is just uncompromising. At number 5 is Parasite. Bong Joon-ho, he's a very distinctive filmmaker. He's made some very fantastic but weird films. And here, I think this is one of his most appealing movies, but it's still very off-putting, but in all the best ways. It's continuously intriguing. You never know where it's gonna go because it keeps switching directions. Number 4 is The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is a movie that I could tell could be very off-putting for many people. It's only got 2 actors, it's in black and white, the dialogue is very hard to understand and there's not a lot of it. The aspect ratio is filmed in a very small way, but I love it. And why is that? Because it's, first of all, beautifully shot. Willem Dafoe is incredible. Robert Pattinson is, I think, the best he's ever been. Their chemistry is terrific. It's not a classic horror movie like jump scares and monsters, but it's equally effective in the story it's trying to convey. There's a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of ambiguity, but I think that's what makes it really magical and really, really thought-provoking. You don't want a movie to just give you all the answers. You want it to really stick with you, and you want to be able to debate certain things that are left to be interpreted. At number 3 is Marriage Story. I think it's safe to say that Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson in this film are the best performances of the year. Laura Dern as well is excellent, but I think those two, the leading performances especially. Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson have both been 2 of my favorites in recent years, but here they both take their performances to a whole nother level. Noah Baumbach as well, the writer and director, I've been a fan of his, but here he really ups his style and makes for a very emotional film. From the opening minutes, you can tell he has a very important story to tell. It's very meaningful to him. At number 2, we got The Irishman. This movie I think is going to best stand the test of time when it comes to 2019 films, because not only is it a movie about a guy reflecting on his past, but also a film about Scorsese himself reflecting on his career, and De Niro, Pesci, Pacino as well. I think that applies to them too, because they've been in this crime genre a lot. It's very, very long, but don't be discouraged from watching it because it's really incredible. I'm about to get to my number 1 pick, but before we do that, let me talk about some honorable mentions, movies that almost made the list but just missed it, but I still need to mention because I really like them. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Booksmart, The Farewell, Us, Jojo Rabbit, Ford vs. Ferrari, and Knives Out. So now, for number 1, 1917. Man, this movie is really an achievement for its time. First of all, the way it's filmed to look like one take is incredible. Roger Deakins, that guy's a legend. And the 2 main performances are fantastic. The production design to bring to life the trenches and cities of World War I. The way this movie is done is just so powerful. You're always rooting for the characters. You're on the edge of your seat. And man, some absolutely beautiful moments that I think will be looked back. I think just a one-take thing is worth an entire review of its own. Making a war movie in one take, it really resonates to you, not just because of the way it's made, but because it's intense and gripping and really emotional. So there you have it, my top 10 favorites of 2019. We had some great conclusions like Avengers and Star Wars. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker was kind of disappointing, but whatever. And yeah, we had some amazing films, some that I mentioned, some that I might have not and you really loved. And if there was, then please let me know below. Or if there was some that you're like, Gall really liked it, but I didn't, then let me know as well.